This is Bishop Mike, and I'm Bishop Mark, and this is our first of our Lenten discussions on what is resurrection. In the Prayer Book Catechism, we are asked, what is the significance of Jesus' resurrection?
The answer provided says, by his resurrection, Jesus overcame death and opened for us the way of eternal life.
But what does this mean?
Well, ever since human beings have been self-aware, we have contemplated the great intertwined mysteries of life and death. We've asked ourselves, what is death? What happens after death? What does life after death look like? Is there some form of judgment? And as Christians, we believe that Jesus has revealed some answers to these questions. At its most fundamental level, resurrection is someone coming back from the dead, but not in the way we often see it. We're not talking about vampires or zombies or the undead. In resurrection, the fullness of life is revealed. The unity of the body and the soul are reunited. The same, but different. A difference we see revealed in the risen Jesus. The risen body is not a pale reflection of what used to be. The resurrection body is a changed body, a transfigured body, a glorified body.
Well, that leads us to the next question. And again, this is from the Catechism. What do we mean by the resurrection of the body?
And the answer the Catechism gives us is, we mean that God will raise us up from death in the fullness of our being, that we may live with Christ in the communion of the saints.
This is the heart of the gospel. The story of Jesus centers on the resurrection. As Christians, we are called to see all of life through the lens of the resurrection.
And when we reflect on the resurrection, we're not talking about the idea of Jesus. We're not talking about the spirit of Jesus. We're not talking about the memory of Jesus. We're not talking about the example of Jesus. We're talking about Jesus himself. What we encounter is Jesus himself, the embodied Jesus, the same Jesus, but different. In the resurrection of Jesus, we behold the mystery of the divine, the mystery of love. In the resurrection, Jesus is always present. He's always here and now. We're reminded of this by St. Thomas Aquinas when he wrote, "To God, things are never future, but always present."
Each week, as we move through Lent, we're going to offer you a new video dealing with an aspect of the resurrection. Watch for those videos on Facebook and on the diocesan website. May God bless you.